first question was, what was your struggle before you met me?
hmm My struggle was I think I had graduated from my master's degree um like 6 or 9 months before we connected.
Hmm.
And I knew I wanted to get a job in the infant formula industry. I had that very clear. Um, but I didn't know how. So um I was kind of um getting like my LinkedIn up and going, which was how we connected through LinkedIn. But yeah, I felt pretty lost and without direction. I remember the first time that we spoke, or one of the first times that we spoke. Um, I told you that I felt like I was at the like at the um how can I say it? Like at the like I was standing and then there was a forest, like a dark forest with a bunch of trees and I didn't know what it looked like. And then here was like my end goal. And I didn't know how to get like to my goal, which was getting a job.
Hmm.
Um, and I remember that you told me that, well, by doing this and by connecting with more people and setting my LinkedIn and doing the coaching with you, that I was stepping into the forest. So that really helped me to see, well, yeah, everything is one step at a time. It's not like I have to just run through the forest and hope to get to the other side.
Awesome. That's a great analogy. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So just a resume. So after you graduated, a few months later, we met.
hmm
You knew what you wanted to do, but you didn't know how to do it, and you felt lost. Like you said, that
hmm
kind of like your goal was on the other side of the forest, but you didn't know how to get through the forest.
Yes,
All right, cool.
exactly. hmm
So, what about the process that we worked together on helped you address these struggles?
hmm Well, first and most important was feeling heard and
Hmm.
feeling that support from you was very important for me. I think that was the first um impression and the first feeling
Hmm.
that I got. And then the tasks that you sent me, for example, the SODAR was very helpful. So writing my stories was very helpful in recognizing like what my strengths were.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, just writing everything down helped me a lot. And also mm, making my CV a lot better. And also the part of networking was very important, which was essentially what got me the role I'm in. So, um, seeing also how you publish on LinkedIn, I was like, wow, so this can really give you visibility.
Hmm.
Um, so I started trying to publish, obviously not as much as you. I probably have published like 6 times, 7 times, but that has been enough to give me visibility. I kept connecting with people, but now I had a strategy to how to connect, and what to say in those opening messages. So I think I got better at networking,
Hmm.
specifically in LinkedIn. Um, and I remember also that I went to a symposium, which was an in-person symposium, which was also an opportunity to connect with people. But it was different because I hadn't really connected personally. And I remember you gave me um, a few tips on that too. So that was helpful too. So learning how to connect online on LinkedIn and also in person was very helpful.
Cool. Okay.
Mhm.
So, first, feeling heard and support. I thank you so much for that feedback.
Thank you.
Writing the stories and recognizing your strengths, that's nice to hear too. I think that is
Yeah.
important. And I like also that you mentioned that not only just networking, but some kind of networking with a strategy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
also, you realize you don't need to do as much as I do.
Yeah.
Even a little bit helped, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so the next question was, how did you find it working with me?
It was great. It was like as I said, it was this initial feeling, or I mean, obviously the feeling continued throughout the time we had the coaching sessions, but feeling supported and feeling heard, and also seeing how you've helped more women. I mean, from the stories that you sometimes post on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
Um, that also helped me that I was like, okay, I'm in the right place. And then I also talked to a couple of other women who are in the industry who are STEM who knew of you or had done coaching with you. I don't remember exactly. And so I was like, oh, that's great. So I'm connecting with people who are of my interests, who know you, who have worked with you. Um so that was great. And um what else? I think Um, I never felt like overly like saturated with like tasks that you would um tell me to do. So like the soda and then writing my strengths and then working on the CV, and then up to the working on preparing for the interviews up to the job. I never felt it overwhelming, or like if it was way too much work. I always felt like it was exactly what I needed, and I was very eager to always do it.
Cool. Thank
Hmm.
you.
No, thank you.
All right, and the last question was, how did this help you progress in your career?
Well, it helped me greatly. I don't think I would be where I am right now. Um, so I mean, it essentially helped me land my first job in the industry where I wanted, and it was um so we connected like a year and a half ago, I believe, or
Hmm.
a year ago. Um, and it is it is the exact position that I was looking for. So I remember I graduated from my master's and I was like, okay, so I remember how I was either I was like considering the PhD, but I was also obviously looking for a job. Um, but I was more eager about the job and more looking forward to the job rather than the PhD. But remember how I was considering both options. But for a job, I wanted something in nutrition science. I wanted something in the infant formula industry. Um, and I wanted something in a bigger city, which would also like give me more exposure. And in a bigger company, an international company. So that is that is exactly what I have right now. So I'm a nutrition scientist at Reckitt Med Johnson, in Mexico City.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it is.
That is
So
awesome.
yeah, I got exactly what I wanted.
Oh, that's so cool. I love
Mhm.
hearing that.
Yeah.
All right, so the last thing I want to ask you if you can do is to create a summary statement of what we asked. So in the sense that start with what you struggled with,
Hmm.
talk about how what we did helped you,
Hmm.
and then you can and also how it was working with me, and then what's the end result? Like you said, you land your dream job. So I guess starting from the dark forest, how did you land your dream job and how was it working with me? How would you summarize that?
Hmm. So I would summarize it at first as being heard, being supported, and having a direction, like a guidance. So I felt very obviously guided by you, by your coaching. Um, I throughout the whole process, I always felt um like the tasks that you left me were very um how can I say it, like accurate. Um very helpful. And also the not only the tasks like SODAR, but also the strategies that we talked about were obviously extremely helpful. And after that, um, yeah, it was just yeah, just feeling um like I was working. I always felt like I was working towards something, and I never felt like I was um I don't know how to say the word in English, but in Spanish it's estancada, which means literally when you're like walking through like thick mud and you just
Yeah,
like
stuck.
stay there and yeah, exactly, yeah. I never felt stuck. I always felt like I was progressing. And so with this progression, obviously it led to this person reaching out, my actual boss, and to getting the interview. The interview process was also very helpful with all the materials that you sent me, um, and how we worked through that, and until currently getting the job. And now I want to continue coaching for my first role and how I can do better and how I can um, make myself known in the company.
Cool.
So yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add?
Um, Something that obviously really helps is or I don't think it's something that really helps, but I think that what really truly makes a difference is that you are very easy to talk to. I think you understand what I'm saying always very well. Like you catch what I'm trying to say. Um, like you always understand it very well. So that has obviously been very helpful. So I felt that connection of being heard. And also at a more personal level, I mean, I know kind of what was going on in your personal life, and you kind of told me also that you moved to France. So that kind of added another um, layer of um, I don't know how to say it, but another layer of um, I guess I could say like of commitment from my part, but of
Hmm.
commitment like in a personal level.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, it's also been very nice to get to know you at a personal level and know kind of like also who you are and about your family and where you live, you know. That's also yeah, that's also very exciting. And I hope that we can meet in person someday.
For sure. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, so
Cool.
that has also been great. Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop the recording. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let me just stop the recording.